Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another meeting of the Eastern City Council. Today is Monday, September the 19th, 2022, and the time is now 7:20 p.m. Before we get started, Reverend Williams, if you could please.
Let us pray. Oh God, we come no other way but lean on your everlasting love. Realize, Father, we can't do nothing without you. I ask that you touch our minds and consolidate them together, Father, as we take care of the business of the city of Inkster. But we continue to make this the city of love. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen. All rise for pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Shaw.
Here.
Councilmember Chisholm.
Here.
Councilmember Watley.
Present.
Councilmember Washington.
Present.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Howard.
Here.
And for the record, Mayor Wimberly.
Here.
You have a quorum.
All right, good. Move right along. Approval of the agenda with the added addition, ID.
Mr. Mayor,
Please, Mel.
Chair, I have a correction for the minutes.
I'm sorry, Mel, let me see her.
The approval of the agenda, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No worries. Moving right along. All right, are you motioning for the agenda to be approved this, so?
Sure.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Councilwoman Watley and seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Howard to approve the agenda with the added item. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, well, let me see here now. On the agenda, I don't see do you have on your agenda, the minutes? Where you at?
Down at consent agenda.
No, you got consent agenda, okay, within the minutes, okay, then we'll pull them out from there. All right, perfect. All right, consent agenda, pleasure.
Mr. Mayor, I have a correction for the minutes from
Okay.
September 6th meeting.
If you could, why don't you make a motion and then if we can
Okay.
get a second?
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda with the following correction.
Is there a second on that?
Support.
All right, Councilwoman Wiley, you,
I didn't get the motion.
that we accept the consent agenda and the minutes as written with the necessary corrections. Go ahead, Councilwoman Wiley.
Yes, just a minor correction. It says, former county commissioner Glenn Anderson. He's not former yet.
Okay.
All right,
Noted.
definitely make sure you correct that. Okay. All right, it's been moved by Councilwoman Wiley and seconded by Councilman Chisholm. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, moving right along, boards and commissions. Are there any before I get started? Cause I got a list. All right, I'm looking for support, I'm sorry, a motion to appoint Cheryl Bradford to the planning commission.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. Cheryl Bradford, could you please stand for everyone to recognize you? As the new commissioner of the planning commission, we'll get you sworn in tomorrow. Thank you so very much for your service to the community. All right. Anybody else before we get off into the other boards and commissions that we have? All right, let's get off into the Commission on Aging. Let's see. You guys see all the highlighted ones I shouldn't have to, you guys wanna go through each one of them? It's really up to you.
Excuse me.
It's your pleasure. On the Aging Commission. One by one. To reappoint Rochelle Wells, is there a motion and support?
So moved.
It's been moved properly, is there a second?
Second.
Moved properly and seconded for Rochelle Wells to be reappointed to the Aging Commission. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Is Commissioner
Chairman.
Wells here tonight? Okay, all right.
Chairman,
Yes, please.
I'd also like to reappoint, Rosie Thompson.
All right. Is there a second?
Support.
It's been moved and properly supported. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. One around? Please go ahead, Councilman Watson.
I would like to reappoint Gabe Henderson to the Aging Commission.
Support.
It's been moved and properly supported. No, seconded, actually, we should say. All right, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. Come on, guys, you see the list. Deborah Owens.
I move, Mr. Chair.
All right, it's been moved and properly
Support.
seconded.
Second.
Yes, sir. All right, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. Next one, please.
I move, sir.
Please, for Chuck Coleman to be reappointed to the Aging Commission, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Second.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. And for the record, we had prematurely appointed one of our service members in the community. Deatrice Richardson has been serving our community for a number of years in all different type of capacities. But this particular board had already, it had already been to, it's already to capacity. So we shouldn't have appointed her to this particular board. So I don't know, as it relates to what we need to do at this particular time, Attorney Jones or City Clerk, do we need to take her back off, or, because it's actually, it's too many members.
We got 11 members.
Mr. Chair,
Right. Go ahead.
can we use her as an alternate or put her as an alternate?
Members on here.
That's a question. Can she be used as an alternate? Iris Long actually, Iris Long should actually be in that. Iris Long's name wasn't added on here. Remember, we appointed Iris Long during that time. We reappointed Commissioner Long, and her name was never listed again.
So we have 11 now,
Yeah.
or we have 10?
Iris Long should actually be listed on here, and she was never listed. We reappointed Iris Long and then appointed Timothy Williams and Deatrice Richardson. And
I see
Deatrice,
11 on the list now without Irish Long.
So it'll be 12. It'll be Iris.
so you're gonna take Deatrice out?
Wouldn't you have to take both of them out?
You have to take all the law to make it 9.
You have to take all three of them out, you saying?
It's not, it's 11 members right now without Iris listed on there.
And you're only supposed to have 9.
Correct.
Yeah, I got you.
So the last people.
Please, come forward, please. This is our director for the Aging Commission, Denise Champagne.
Good evening, everybody. This has been going on for a while. Originally, we were 9 members by charter. Then at one point, someone appointed a member without a vacancy. So rather than taking them off, they added an 11th member to make it 11.
Okay.
So that's where we stand now. Iris Long was reappointed with June Patterson back in March, but her name was taken off the list and Deatrice Richardson was put on the list. Deatrice Richardson has not attended any meetings. She's not really officially with us because I knew nothing about that until after the fact. Jean Liddell is not highlighted, but she is one of the ones that needs to be reappointed as well.
Okay.
And that would give me 11 members.
So I recommend right now, before taking any action with regard to Ms. Liddell, let me check the ordinance and or the statute. A lot of times the language reads no less than 9 members, which means it could be more. And let me just double check to make sure it doesn't say no more than certain members. And with 11 now, it seems like Ms. Liddell needs to be reappointed. Ms. Richardson, former Councilwoman Richardson, does not qualify because if you miss a certain amount of meetings, that may resolve the problem. So I can see if I can figure that out within tonight's meeting. If not, I'll send an email in the morning.
So are you saying that not to reappoint Jean Liddell?
Let's not take any action with regard to Liddell
Okay.
because she needs to be reappointed. And Ms. Richardson, they all may be able to serve if they still choose to serve. But Ms. Richardson, she's indicated hasn't appeared. Maybe she doesn't want to serve, but if she wants to, and the statute doesn't say no more, it's fine.
Okay.
So just give me some time.
Does that satisfy you, Director?
Sure, as long as we're moving in the right direction.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Thank you, Council. All right, anything else from this body, any others? All right, hearing none, moving right along. Getting down into new business. City Clerk, please.
Okay, the first item is to consider approval to recognize the Redford Model Railroad Club as a City of Inkster nonprofit organization for the purpose of obtaining a charitable gaming license from the state of Michigan.
What's your pleasure?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Support.
Yeah, you gonna say second. You gonna resume that. It's been moved by Mayor Pro Tem Howard and seconded
Second, okay.
Councilman Williams.
All right, I get it right.
All right, any discussion on that? Go ahead, ma'am, Councilwoman.
Okay, through the chair, are the people who are requesting this here tonight?
Is anyone from the Redford Railroad here tonight in the audience?
Okay, because I would like to know the clerk has indicated that they have had this before, correct? So there's paper on file for that?
I can't say that they've done it in the city of Inkster before? You have a
Yes,
record of
they've
it?
requested.
Okay,
And they received it in the
Requested.
city of Inkster. Under what organization type did they list themselves?
I don't know. They're just requesting to be
Well, okay.
recognized by our city as a nonprofit.
Well,
We're not issuing a gaming license.
no, I know, but there are criteria that precede that, and I just am trying to find out if they meet that criteria. And if they're not here to answer it, then the rest of my questions need them to be here, so.
okay. Okay, anything else from anyone else? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.
Any nays?
Nay?
Roll call,
Roll.
roll call this so we hear it.
So,
Go ahead.
Councilman Williams,
Yes.
Councilmember Washington. No. Councilmember Watley,
No?
Councilmember Chisholm,
Yes.
Councilmember Shaw.
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Howard.
Yes.
That's 3-3. Mayor Wimberly.
No. All right, moving along. Next item.
Okay, so item B, consider approval to purchase 10 vacant parcels located on Cherry, Spruce, and Allen on the west side of Allen Street between Cherry and Chestnut for a community garden and for additional land next to a family house.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded properly. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. Next item, please.
Consider approval of the fire union local 1577 labor agreement effective 2021 through December 31st of 2026.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Is there a second?
Second, yeah.
It's been moved by Mayor Pro Tem Howard and seconded by Councilman Chisholm. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, item D, please.
Item D is to authorize participation in the fire hydrant project, and on behalf of the city of Inkster, authorizes Darrell Green, city treasurer, to provide this resolution indicating its approval to the state of Michigan and to submit and execute documents requested by the state of Michigan relating to the FDCVT requirements.
And this, are you doing these separate? Because you
Yes.
have one award for 145 and then, okay.
Yes,
So
they're
this is
two
for,
different.
which one is this for? Is this for the fire hydrant?
This is for the fire to accept the,
Fire hydrant?
yes.
Okay. What's your pleasure?
I move, Mr. Chair.
It's been moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilman Shaw and seconded by Councilman Williams. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. Next item, please.
Item E is to authorize participation in the valve replacement project, and on behalf of the city of Inkster, authorizes Darrell Green, city treasurer, to provide this resolution indicating its approval to the state of Michigan and to submit and execute documents requested by the state of Michigan relating to the FDCVT requirement.
And this is for the valve replacements for $150,000 reward from the state of Michigan, correct?
Yes.
What's your
Yes.
pleasure?
Move.
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Councilman Williams and seconded by Councilman Shaw. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, getting down into public participation. Hey, City Clerk, 3 minutes for the record. Anyone approaching this body, please state your name for the record. And also, 3 minutes, you're on the clock. Let's start off with Commissioner Anderson. Please, Mr. President, yes. You can take all the time you want, sir. We'll give you 2 threes. We'll give you 2 threes.
Good evening, family. I hope everybody's doing well and all that, and thank you, those who participated, came out to the senior picnic, wonderful event, and this guy, we put this guy to work right here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to speak on the beautification. Okay, this is the September, the beautification is the September the 24th. Okay, you know, we have 4 sites where we have dumpsters at 4 sites. We got Booker Dozier, okay, that's where we have our main site, and we'll be giving out gloves, bags and all that, and have a little refreshment, water and so forth. Okay, then we have another site is at Westwood Park, dumpsters are gonna be there, and Wheatley Park and Lamone Park, and this is September the 24th. Okay, our last, cleanup effort would be in October. We stretched it from May to October instead of April to September. And that's about all I have to say. And yeah, that's about it. I ain't got too much to say. Yeah, I would like to say I love y'all.
Love you too. Good seeing you. Good. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Elizabeth Anderson? Elizabeth Anderson? Yes, ma'am, please approach.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Anderson. And real quick, I just want to say, I'm from a small town in Pennsylvania, and what I've been experiencing since the beginning of spring in this city has been a disgrace. We have a older white gentleman who's videotaping the kids. He calls the police constantly on us for any time we turn on our music. Police come out, they make it worse. You got these young cops that's coming out, that got something to prove, and they're rude. They write you tickets. They wrote me a ticket for noise, but you can barely see what it says on the ticket, so you don't know what you're getting until you get it from the court, right? So he's videotaping. We have him on video, videotaping kids and saying that the chief's office told him he could do it. Now I've showed this video to Assistant Deputy Chief, Sergeant Schaefer, and all these people, and they're saying, oh, he can do it legally, but according to legislative law 750.539, that it's a two-party consent, especially minors who cannot consent. I'm a nurse, and if I want to sit at home and relax and listen to my music on a house that I pay for, I should be allowed to. And then to have the cops come out there and add fuel to the fire, constantly siding with this man. You know, they go over and talk to him, buddy, then they come over and talk to me like I'm trash. So the one officer said that the chief's office sent him here to give me a ticket for loud noise at 11 o'clock. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't want to believe it at first until I came down to the police station to make a report on that officer, and the Sergeant Schaefer wouldn't take the report about the officer, and I showed him the video, and he said he can't believe it. You know, and not just that, my grandchildren were here visiting, and my little granddaughter looked and said, why is that white man taping us? So today we're talking about I shouldn't expect reasonable privacy, some crazy stuff, but that's a child, she cannot consent. But my thing is, first of all, you come down to the police station and file a report, you got a sergeant and 5 other officers sitting around like it's the boys club, but you're asking for more officers. They send 3 and 4 officers out for a noise call. Labor Day, he called the police 3 or 4 times. Each time, here came a cop on a motorcycle, a supervisor, and 2 other cops for a noise complaint. So when he got tired of calling on me, he called on the guy Will next door, and they come with the Norcos, jump out the black truck with the green fatigue pants for a noise call. I would like to know who this man is to the chief and why I can't get an appointment to meet with the chief so that we can discuss 1, his officer's behavior, and 2, them even allowing this man to do this. I mean, it's to the point I feel like he's elevated, he's stalking me, he constantly watches my house. The one night my neighbor came over to invite me over. He opens the door and calls him a sorry MF and slams the door. So the guy cusses him out. He calls the police. The police comes out and gives a black man a ticket and start siding with him. So this man can't walk across the street to a house that he owns without this man opening his door and saying stuff. This has been going on since the beginning of the summer. Then my little dream house has turned into a nightmare on the street. And it mostly comes from the officer's behavior that comes out. It's not the older officers, because they'll give your name. You ask them for their name and their badge number, they don't want to give it. They talking to you all crazy. I don't understand this city where it seems like working people don't get respect. They come out here like we're drug dealers. First of all, nobody smokes weed that was out there. So why was the Norco sent? We all work hard, and I'm just, it's just to the point, I'm not gonna let this man drive me out. And from my understanding, there was another black family that lived on the other side that did move. And he followed them to their new house, and the police still did nothing. Who is this man that he has this much power with the chief's office? And I'm telling you, it's a powder keg that's gonna blow. We're gonna get the wrong officer out there with the wrong attitude. And it's not just, and it's the white officers, but what angers me is when a black officer stands there and goes along and he sees that that white officer is being disrespectful. I just don't want this to get blown out of position, because I'm not gonna be my neighbor and get carted off to jail because this man says the music's too loud.
Okay, so you said that you've spoken with AC Slappy?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what we'll do is let's set something up with us, with her, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mel. We'll set something up and we'll meet with you. Alrighty. Commissioner Butts?
Ms.
Mayor, just for the record, we did take 2 complaints
Okay,
from Ms. Anderson.
okay.
So to say that she wasn't able to voice her complaint, I was there that day and directed the sergeant to take, she had 2 complaints, one against the officers and.
AC Slappy, this is not the time to do that. I appreciate that. Like I said, we're gonna meet with her. So we're meeting, and then you can explain that to me, and then we can go from there. All right, then, please, come on, Commissioner Butts.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
President, good morning. Well, good afternoon, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to come and address the council this evening and Mayor. We have Fairhaven Church Pastor Thomas here. And he is coming before the board, Parks and Recreation Board, and they are adopting Westwood Park upon our recommendation. We had the director there. He was in agreement, and they don't ask for much from us. They just ask for a dumpster on 2 of the Saturdays.
Come to the podium, please, Pastor. And state your name for the record.
Pastor Thomas.
Hey, Pastor.
Great. October 1st, we would like to redo the baseball field. And everything is at our expense. And then the second weekend, which is the 7th. No, the 8th, sorry. Yeah, the 7th.
Of October. Okay.
7th of October, and we want to finish. See, last year we started working on the playscape, and 2 of the councilmen was there when we started, but we didn't finish. And I love to start. I mean, I love to finish something that I started, and so we would like to do that on the 8th.
Sounds great. Madam President, what do you need from us?
So, we would like to accommodate with providing a dumpster on those 2 days. The director said that we will be able to swing that, and we also spoke with the director of DPS, and it doesn't seem like it's something that we cannot do. It seems like we definitely can do so.
Yeah, we can definitely do that, and with our contract, just for the general public, with our contract, we have dumpsters that we can apply where we need them. I think it's up to 15. I know Director Bivens is not here, but for the year. Oh, there you go. Director, you so quiet. I know you always here, that's what I said, man, my fault. Okay, but yeah, so at any rate, yeah, so we'll take care of that. Perfect, yeah, I know you were at that meeting. Good, yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Anything else you need?
I don't believe so. I believe that we are all set. We'll get paperwork over to the council and mayor's office, showing the application is on the books and that it's good standing. And we're willing to work with them with whatever they're looking to do. They've been doing great work at the park, and they've been doing that for years, and we'd just like to have them recognized. And maybe, once everything is underway, we can put a nice sign out that says adopted by Fairhaven Church or.
As we should.
We've done a lot of work there, and we'd like to recognize that.
We'll definitely do that. Yeah, we look forward to that. Thank you so much, Pastor.
Mr. Mayor?
Hold on 1 second, we had a couple of questions, and I know that you were first, Councilman Williams, go ahead.
I think when Tony was living, Tony came before us and brought Rev and his wife, and he adopted to adopt that park.
Correct. Which we
I
need
think
to
it's
do
already on
a
record.
ceremony for Tony Bailey
Yeah,
to dedicate the park to Tony.
yeah, it was already on record that they are willing to adopt him in your church. Am I correct? Right.
Yeah, but we have a process through Parks and Rec Commission, which they went through, and it sounds like everybody's agreed.
Right.
It's perfect, and now we can move forward. All
And
right.
the benefit of them coming before our board is that there was another, the Bengals were adopting the park 2-3 years ago. They were official before the name change of the team. So that made it open. They were no longer adopting it, but no one knew that. So we need to clear it up and put someone on officially.
Okay, that's good. All right, Councilwoman Wiley.
Yes, if we have a need to contact someone, reference something that happens at the park, do we contact the board or do we contact them? And is there information somewhere that we can refer to as far as?
Yes, so there's an application process that we're going through right now, and that will be completed within the next 48 hours. And if there's anything that goes on that you need to contact or speak with Fairhaven Church, you would come to us or preferably through your council appointed member on the rec commission. And you would say, we need this information from this party, and we will obtain that for you.
Okay, you said your council-appointed member
So-
from so whatever District 3
Whatever
is.
district, yes.
Okay, but this is all occurring there, so a lot of times, all the time, nothing happens during regular business hours. So this information is good for any time?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Today, someone came in looking for me at the rec center. The director was able to reach me immediately, so we don't have any issues with communication.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Councilman Chisholm?
Yes, thank you. Turn my mic back on. I had met you all last year when the late Tony Bailey had called me and told me to come out. And I just wanted to say, one, thank you for starting that. Two, thank you for picking it back up where you left off, because they had about 70 people out there and they were working. It was hot. They had dump trucks with everything and really did a good job. Excellent job, as my colleague said. So thank you. I did make note, it's October 1st and the 8th, so I will try to be there myself.
The 7th is
The
Friday.
8th, yeah, 7th is a Friday.
Okay.
Okay,
The 8th, we are doing outreach.
got you. So it's the 7th and the 8th.
Yes.
Okay.
Where's your church located?
In Dearborn Heights, right off of, Cherry. Yep.
Cherry Hill and Beach Daily?
Yeah.
Cool.
Not too far from Crestwood.
Oh, no doubt, for sure.
Will you guys be teaming up again like you did in the past with the other congregation and having a big blowout of people there, or is just you all this time?
No, we are doing inflatables, the ice cream truck, all this other stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, last year we did a backpack giveaway where we gave away 400 backpacks. To, full of backpacks to kids and stuff, and we barbecued and did all that. So we're doing something similar, we're just not giving away backpacks.
Okay. All right, thank you. That's all I have.
Yeah, good, thank you. Anybody else from the council? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Madam President, thank you so much. Sir, please, step up to the podium, sir.
You know, a while back they said they want to rename that code name, Tony Bailey.
Yes.
Oh, is that still,
Yes.
Okay, and I just
I
want to
know
make
that,
sure.
Chief
But
Rattler was
I
named
know, so I never found out who put in that recommendation, which is
Chief
great.
Rattler.
Oh, the chief, okay.
Yes,
all right.
Chief Rattler, he's
Okay,
planning something for that.
Right, okay, I just, double check on that.
Yes, sir. Oh, we definitely
It's in
gonna
the
be
works.
working.
It's in the
Yes,
works.
sir, it's in the
All right,
works.
thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Moving right along, and just for the record, Paul Longway, I believe he left. He's not in the audience. Paul Longway? Okay. All right, moving right along. City Clerk, you have anything for us?
I do. I want to remind everyone that we're gearing up for the November general election. End of the month, all your absentee ballots will be available. And that's just where we are now. It'll be more information later.
All right. City Treasurer, you have anything for us? All right, going around, Councilwoman Watley?
Well, I didn't until I was handed this note. I have a note here from Robin Broadnax, and she's indicating that she's contacted Jennifer Hill in code enforcement and left numerous messages about semi-trucks and 18-wheelers. They're driving on her grass and taking an illegal route. This is on Norfolk at Wellington, and this has been going on for 4 years.
Okay.
One other thing too, you just mentioned Mr. Long, I don't remember the
Paul
last
Longway?
name. Yeah, I'm assuming everybody got his email,
Yes.
okay? Generally, when I get emails, they're things that I can respond to or I can contact someone to respond to. I have no idea what to do with his, and I'm understanding that he has this issue because he's been before us before. What I'm looking from you is for a direction. Do we just forward it back to you?
Yes, I've been actually, if I put the attorney in the loop on that, based off of the meeting that AC Slappy and I had with him, 2 weeks ago now? It's been 2 weeks we had a meeting with him?
Because personally, I found it kind of offensive. This last
It's a lot going on, and what Mr. Longway is not saying is that he's been really aggravating the situation as well. We pulled back some layers, and he has some things that he's dealing with as well. So when I said that it was a civil matter in the beginning, it looks like there's going to be some other things that are happening behind the scenes as it relates to him and his neighbor.
Okay, just
Yes,
so I know, respond, send back to you. That's
Yes,
what I
ma'am.
do.
Please.
He's been doing that for a long time.
Yes, ma'am. It's been
what, about 2 years now?
It's been 2 years. Yes, ma'am.
Back and forth, yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth. Councilman Chisholm?
Thank you. Yes, I just have an announcement from the Inkster Task Force. This is from Octavia Smith, who couldn't make it tonight. The Inkster Task Force Farmers Market Senior Citizens Day is Wednesday, September 21st, 2022, between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. The address is 27020 Michigan Avenue, in Michigan, of course, and that's at the old Chase building. The message reads, please come out and enjoy a day of fun and resources for our senior citizens. Fresh fruit and vegetables, baked goods, brown eggs, etc. Games, prizes, food sampling, vendors, and more. No need to register, just come out and enjoy. Goodies are on a first come, first served basis. EBT and Project Fresh coupons accepted. And there's 2 telephone numbers here, so if anyone has any questions, please write these phone numbers down. 734-787-3883 or 313-478-3040. That's all I have.
All right, sir. Councilman Williams?
I just like to keep reminding the public, I've been through my district and aware everyone in my district about my meeting that's gonna happen on the 30th of September. Okay, on the we call the big sidewalk. It's between Pine and Fox. You can't miss it. So, everybody's welcome. I will be addressing the people over there, telling them things that's going on over there, some of the things that they have complained and some of the things we have accomplished and things that we're trying to accomplish. So you're welcome to come, you understand? But I'll be there and also I got some special guests, you understand?
What time is it? What time is it?
1 to 3.
Okay.
You're a special guest. You're a special guest. Let me just announce one of them.
Yeah, anything else for us, sir?
Start at 1.
District 1?
Oh, I'm from District 1. The greatest district in the city. You know that. I mean, I gotta keep repeating it. I don't have to keep on repeating it. That's the greatest district in the city.
You got anything else for us, Councilman?
So that would be it. I thank God that some of the infrastructure work is being completed in my area, and people can now go down the street and get through. They don't have to go around the block, but I thank God for that. So,
All right, sir.
that's all I have.
All right, sir.
I hope I ain't forgotten nothing.
Okay,
Got it
Councilman.
to my head, not my heart.
Yes, sir. Councilwoman Washington.
Just keep it short. Just wanted to say a big thank you to the Department of Public Services for the tree and weed overgrowth, cutting that down on a main line of Middle Belt Road.
Yeah, you did a really good job at that, actually.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Councilman Shaw?
Mr. Chair, I just wanted to say, I got a chance to, on Friday, to spend some time with the Senior Alliance, and
Commission on Aging?
Commission on Aging, I'm sorry. Sorry, Ms. Champagne over there. And I got a chance to spend some time with the Commission on Aging and the seniors in the city of Inkster. I tell you, it was a treat to spend the time with the seniors. And I'm gonna tell you something, you wanna know who is the best group to hang out with? It is the Inkster seniors. I tell you, you missed a treat. Come on out next year, be a part of their festival. I tell you, I was received with love. I mean, they had food, the mayor was working. Dave was working. I didn't win. I met some good folk. We were taught how to shoot horseshoes, pitch horseshoes.
Pitch.
I tell you, Pastor, it was a great time. I tell you, Bishop, it was a great time that we had with the seniors, and I truly, my heart is overjoyed. I seen the chief out there. He was hanging out. I tell you, this is the best. I tell you, it's one of the best groups that you will want to ever hang out with. They are number one in my book. So I just want to say thank Ms. Champagne and the Commission on Aging, for sponsoring this for the seniors. I know it's going to be a bigger event on next year. So come on out and enjoy the seniors. And also, my last thing that I have, Mr. Chair, I was watching a report and I saw, a situation that happened, and it was sad to see. This happened in the broad daylight. And, a lady and her daughter, she had an older daughter, and 4 men went up to her house in the broad daylight and, forced entry into her house. Broad daylight. It's incredible, the mindset that we have, Pastor, in these days, where people are just doing some of anything, and they have the galls to do it in the broad daylight. And they stole this woman's life savings. And I just want to encourage you, even if you're, and during that time, people are at work, I understand. But it's important for us, if you see something, that you say something, that you call. And as we have heard, people are saying things because they want to see things done. And that's all I have, Mr. Chair.
And just to add to that, Councilman Shaw, and you're talking about the home invasion for the folks posing as DTE workers. Yeah. So that's very important, for any of us, opening your doors for people, that you're checking, their ID to the best of your ability, or picking up the phone and calling. And if a person is supposed to be at your home, and I would encourage our seniors, if it's not by appointment and you don't have anybody there with you, don't let them in the house. Don't open the door, period.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead, Councilman Chisholm.
To piggyback on what Councilman Shaw was saying, just to give you and the general public some more insight, and Assistant Chief Slappy, one of my other neighbors, because that was my street, it was 2 houses from me. And so one of my other neighbors told me that somebody else had came to their house prior and said they were DTE, and she only talked to them through the doorbell, never opened it. And they wanted to talk to her about energy efficient savings or issues. But when they came back, because she set up the appointment, they were talking about solar panels, the same people, but something completely different. And so I'm assuming they had been in the neighborhood, but I just wanted to put that out there because I was like, well, wait a minute. I don't live in no brand new house. Why they didn't come talk to me about energy efficient stuff? And then, but I think they were watching who was who.
Targeting.
Yeah, but I just wanted to put that out there so if those things are coming up, people know more information of what to look out for.
That's correct. All right, Mayor Pro Tem Howard?
I don't have anything at this time.
All right, guys, and just as the overview is, let's look out for each other. Just keep looking out for each other. And that's the only way. We have to keep looking out for each other. We got to keep helping each other and keep looking out for each other. That's what community is all about. With that being said, we're closed. The meeting is actually closed. I'm sorry, Marla. The meeting is actually closed. Unless the council has anything and all minds are satisfied, motion for it. I'm sorry.
I just want to slip my mind, and I also like to commend Denise Champagne and the seniors for a wonderful picnic. I meant to talk when I was talking, and I forgot it.
Okay. Motion for adjournment?
Well,
moved, properly supported. Any others? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Nays can stay. Ma'am, you can approach me.